Good evening everybody and welcome to Inside Line Racing on the Xbox here. We are back after our break week last week and today we are around number 8 in the Paul Ricard circuit. We have never raced here before or commentated on Paul Ricard on the Xbox. So it's going to be a new experience for us and a new experience for the drivers as we've got a few people on their outlets right now. I'm Jess. It's been a while since I commentated on Xbox and ILR, but now I am back for a bit. And joining me in the commentary box as usual is none other than JSR Snakes, also known as Jack. Good evening.
Hey, you right?
Yes, I am good, and we're up for some good racing, aren't we?
Yeah, it should be. I mean, France can be a bit glitchy, but hopefully they can stay away for tonight at least. I don't think I've seen a single league race around France where it hasn't just had at least one glitch, but yeah, it should be good.
I have seen a few races in France where there was only a few glitches, but not a lot. So hopefully we'll have little to none glitches tonight. As I'm currently following APS Hamilton on a lap. He's looking like he's warming his tyres quite nicely there. So he's using his outlap to his potential. Don't forget it's 18-minute qualifying. Oh, excuse me, I've got a bit of a cough. But anyway, we're the only team that's going to be streamed on YouTube. So if you want to check the others, it is on Twitch. We've got a 13-man grid, but to be honest, it's not about quantity, it's about the quality of the racing. And hopefully we'll see a little bit of an improvement from these guys tonight. And I do think we can see some championship contenders emerge today as well.
Yeah, one thing people do need to look out for in qualifying is that pit lane exit. As the pit lane exit and the racing line cross over onto one another, so if a car is coming out and a car is on its hot lap, then quite a nasty accident could happen. I've never seen it, but potential for one is definitely there.
Yeah, potential for accidents to happen when you least expect it, especially around the blue and red bits, because then you can lose a lot of tyre degradation there. You don't want to go into that, otherwise you lose a bit of a grip on your tyres. So that is why it's very important to be on the right tyre. The tyres on offer today, as we were talking about tyres, is the Ultras, Supers and the Softs. And ideally you want to be qualifying on the Super Softs if you want to say the best strategy and do a one stop. But there may be people that think 2 stops may be fast and want to go on the Ultras, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. At the moment, quite a lot more people on the Ultras, a few on the Supers, and we got one person experimenting on the soft, so that's a experimental strategy, and that's Atlantis, so that's interesting. So that means all 3 tyre compounds have come into play here at the moment, so that should be very interesting for the drivers. And I wonder how the softs are going to work with him, because the softs are the ones that require the less grip out of every other tyre in this Paul Ricard circuit. And if you go off the circuit in these soft tyres, and that's game over really, and losing a bit of grip. As we've got lap times on the board of 1:31, but we have seen people go on the 1:29, 1:30. So we've got someone on the 1:30s at the moment with APS Hamilton. That was a good lap from him. We didn't see that unfortunately on the stream, but we'll see if we can find someone who's already on a lap. I think we've got Lance on a lap at the moment on the softs. Not a bad lap for him on the softs at 1:32. But if he was to go fast, I would suggest him going on the Supers or Fresh Dab Ultras. And I think we've got someone else on a set. Sorry, we've also got someone else on a set of Supers still out on the lap at the moment. Easy Fusion in the Williams looking quite good at the moment. Let me just get the lap data actually to see if he's on a good lap. See if he's, oh, we've got someone already wide in sector 3, and I think that was Leaper. That was our first casualty at the moment, but yeah, we could see some improving on lap times, and Zillion just gone fast on a set of Ultras, so that's good. And Hamilton, I just realised, on a set of Supers went on 1:30. That's a really good time on a set of Super Softs.
Yeah, I think Leffler he didn't spin. I think he was getting out of the way for Easy Fusion lap. Easy Fusion putting in quite a good time. He's only about 4 tenths behind Zillion average in the Mercedes, but
yes.
I think people are going to start seeing that the soft tyre is just not the tyre to qualify on. I think Atlantis is 6 tenths off anyone else with those tyres, so
yeah.
I either want to go softs or ultras, as they're pretty much dead equal on pace, because if you look at the board, it's ultra supers, ultra supers, ultra supers. So there's not really any telling which is faster at the moment.
No, the Supers I find are a lot faster on the Xbox at the moment than the PS4. Because the fastest lap time I've seen on the Supers on the PS4 yesterday was a 1:31. So yeah, they must be doing very well to get these tyres onto temperature. And the fastest track I did see yesterday was a 1:29, 1:28. But hopefully we can see those. But I do think we could see some times go into that, like I said earlier on. But it is early days, so the track is starting to rubber up a little bit, and it's not even the later parts of qualifying yet. So these are our banker times at the moment. So if they're setting these times out now, then imagine what it's going to be like later on in the race. It's going to be in qualifying, which should be exciting. Brazilian has just gone into the pits at the moment. We've got a few people going to the pits now. Don't forget they can do 3 stints like we said earlier on. And I don't know what happened last time out in I think it was Canada. I don't know who won that. Can you give us a bit of an update on that?
I wasn't there either. I had to get I managed to get 2 reserve commentators in.
Oh,
I think I could probably get them to tell us what happened.
Oh, right.
But,
so we don't know. So we both don't know. So I will try and find the standings, and I will tell you just before the end of qualifying. Sorry about that. But yeah, by the way, thanks to our reserve commentators for filling in for us when we couldn't make it in Canada. I think it was Will and someone else, I think. So
it was Will and Morgs.
Yeah, thank you to you. You are amazing for filling in. I think it was last minute as well. So thank you very much. It's APS Hamilton, a 1:36 on the Serv Supers. He's flying there. If he gets pole on the Serv Supers, he's gonna fly throughout the race and definitely do this to a 1 stop. But I've got to be careful with him. He's probably pushing his tyres a little bit too much if he's doing that. But we will have to wait and see. But it's better him pushing on the Serv Supers and the Fresh Air Ultras, I've got to say, because they got to use their used Serv tyres at the start of the race. So be careful not to use that too much. But that means they can go on for about 10-15 laps and then go on to a set of softs, not supers. Oh my god, my bad. Zidian's gone on out lap at the moment. Dome Thunder and AGH are the ones not to set a lap time at the moment, and Zanardi's not on lap time again. He's on a set of softs. He's got to be careful. He realised he's on the wrong set of tyres. We will have to find out soon. But yes, Poor Cars are definitely a new experience for the drivers. They haven't had much time to practice it like the other tracks in this game. Obviously, they had experience in other races, like in last season, in season 1 for Xbox. But for this track, they haven't had much experience. So they just got to get used to a new feel. Some of them may not be using racing lines. So they got to use to decide what's the best line in the track and stuff like that, and when the best DRS as well, and time management as well. So 3 new things in 1 race. That's going to be quite tricky for them. But who's going to come out on top, we'll find out pretty soon, as we've got 9 minutes of qualifying to go.
I'm trying to look. I think the biggest problem, as I've seen in a lot of leagues, is the corner cutting. The corner cutting on this track is one of the most warped things on this game at the moment. Some corners you don't even have to touch the curb and your time will get invalidated. Others you can extend so much and the game won't cop you out for it. So you might see quite a few unfair invalidations in this session.
Yes, and I was watching obviously PS4 last night with ILR3, and pretty much I think it was the first race I ever commentated on that every single driver in the game had got a penalty. So they got to be careful to not go around the track, and most of them was exceeding track limits, but some of them do find it difficult, like we said, to stay within the track. So I do challenge the drivers to stay inside the track and not get any penalties, please. We want at least some people to not get penalties, or none at all really, because that will provide less work for the stewards to do. But this is the most I've seen in ILR3 like turnout wise in a while, to be honest with you. So this should be quite promising, as we've had a few instances in the last few races that the drivers have been warned about. So and especially around France, if it happens in France, then they're probably going to get a bit of a telling off. But I know them. I think they're gonna do well around here and make sure they up to their limits at the moment. As we're still, I think, hot wires on a lap at the moment on a set of softs. we have got, I think, a lot of people on the set of Super Soft right now. So definitely doing the one-stop strategy game, and not many on the Ultras at the moment. So they're not really on for faster lap times. I think they're more concentrating on the race pace at the moment. And Zillion has just gone fastest with a 1:30.1. He was fastest by 7/10. He improved by. I was just following his lap, and that was a very good lap for him, keeping it very, very clean. But I think we could see someone go even faster than that if they were to qualify on a set of Ultras. But some of them are not budging on changing from Supers to Ultras, but we shall see.
Yeah, not really any changes in times at the moment. I mean, this seems to be clouding over a bit, so track is going to cool down a bit, so it's going to be reasonably harder to set faster times, but I think more people are starting to come out on the Ultras. I'm going through now, actually most people are in the pits now I'm looking, there's only a couple of people on the Ultras. More people on the Softs, interestingly, than before. Hot Wire's gone from Ultras to Soft, so I think he's just testing them out. I don't think he's going to try setting a representative time on them. And Zanardi is also on the Soft. I think he's about to finish a lap actually, as he comes around the last couple of corners. He's going to try and nail this hairpin. Obviously with it gets around that reasonably well, bit of understeer, but that's just because he's on the soft tyres. The start-finish line is quite a far way down the straight. He's crossing it now, and he's got a 1:32.7. So yeah, obviously soft's not the tyre to go for.
No, and I think I just seen Atlantis in for it this time by a while on a set of Supers. So yeah, Snardy's always slowing down a little bit there. So is he running out of fuel maybe? Yes, he's run out of fuel a little bit, so he's got to be careful. That, I think he gambled it. He went on for an extra lap, and he probably has to retire the car now and not set another lap time, which is not very good. But he does have free choice of tyre, so if he realises that the soft is not the best tyre to be on, he can go on a set of Supers and then go on to a set of softs towards the end. But yeah, probably a gamble that he didn't want to take, but he has to try and limp it back to the pits now, and I'm a bit worried about him at the moment, but he's got another chance in the race to basically get the strategy right, I think, because if he starts on the softs, he's going to really struggle to get in. But I've seen people start on the softs in a few races on this track before, and they did seem to manage it, but it's people that are good at time managing and making sure they get a right grip. But strongly, Supers to softs is the way to go, but we might see a few people on the softs to Supers. But let us know in the chat what you think is the best strategy to go on around this track. What would you do if you were racing around here, around this track as well? But as I think AGH is still in the pits at the moment, we got a yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. I think it's just people slowing down from their outlaps, I believe. Oh no.
There's not a yellow there, to be honest.
Yeah, Leper was just spinning it. Oh, he's gone to the pits. Whoa. That was a big jump. That was a massive jump. What is going on? He's like, his car is like flipping around. Oh no, he's gone now. He's in the pits. Oh wow, that was unexpected, I gotta say. That almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry if your headphones blasted there, and yeah, but anyway, APS Hamilton on a flyer at the moment. I don't think he's... Nope, he is not on a flyer because his ERS is all set to low, so we'll be following him on that. But Cal's on his outlap at the moment. Who is on his flyer that we can follow? Oh, Zanardi has gone wide into sets of 3 on his outlap, so that's not going to help him on a set of softs. Why is he on the still on a set of softs? I don't know, but... yeah, I think he's still struggling on his fuel. He's still trying to
call back to the pits a bit, I think, with no fuel. That's what he's trying to do.
Yes, as I think we've got a few people going on their outlaps. We haven't got long left. We've got 2 minutes 51. And possibly Cillian made the right decision to go out when he did due to the fact that the track was getting cold. But if it was brightening up in France, man, maybe going out a bit later was the way to do. But a lot of people did go out earlier to set faster lap time, so maybe that's the way to go. I'm a bit surprised a few people are not on the 129s, but different consoles provide different faster times, so we shall see if they can go faster. Zillion definitely does have the pace to go on a set of tyres, but I just seen that the best tyres. I think most of them qualified on the supers and a few on the ultras, but I think we have a few trying to set their fastest time on the ultras at the moment to see if they can go faster. So we do have a Red Bull exceed the track limits quite a lot, so they're probably going to get that lap time invalidated. That's Hotwire. No, he's on his out lap, so that's okay. Dome Thunder's on his out lap at the moment. Zinnin's just about to start his flyer at the moment, going into, or almost set to free. He's about to go on his flyer lap at the moment. I can see him go faster. He has the pace in him, and he's got his ERS charge ready to go. He's got the tyres. He's probably going to wait until the last available moment to go out. But he's probably going to have time for another lap, you know. If he crosses the line with 1 minute 30 seconds remaining, he's going to have time for another lap. Oh, no.
No, I don't think so.
He has time for one more lap, unless he gets into the 129s, which is highly unlikely, but he may surprise us. And
he's only a tenth away. It's definitely possible.
It is possible, and but he did look clean on the last lap that we did see of him, so is there time to see him? Maybe he could approach corners a little bit differently, but we shall have to wait and see. As Aiden's going on a lap as well. Hamilton's on his lap. I'm not sure if he's on a flyer or no, but I don't think he's on a flyer because he's on low ERS. But maybe he's on low ERS for a reason. But as he's about to cross the line, he's looking good. He's got his DRS straight open. What lap time is he going to set? Oh, 130 flat on a set of ultras. That he decided that the ultras were the way to go then. And Atlantis not no longer taking part. But whoa, that's a good lap time from him. Zin's just got to make sure now that he can bring the car home and go faster. I do believe Hamilton is probably going to go for no, he's not going for another lap. He's out of fuel as well. So he's probably took the gamble there. But
Cal just got a massive understeer going through turn 2 and just went wide immediately. So
yeah, that didn't help him whatsoever.
Backed out, is that an incident or?
I don't know. He didn't get any damage, I don't think. He just spun by the looks of things. But anyway, Zillion is crossing the last corner of few corners of
Hamilton
set
getting
free.
the fastest lap.
Yeah, I did say that. And no, he's not improved. He lost out by a 69,000. But
APS stealing the lap from Zillion, and F1 Aiden is on his way as well. A set of supers.
And he's had a bit of a lock up there. Tiny bit of a lock up. So that probably helped it. Didn't help him in the slides. But we're going to follow him anyway. So I think he's the only guy. I think Cal might. No, Cal's retired. He doesn't think he's going to improve.
Yeah, that was the same lap he bottled earlier.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Aiden didn't
Aiden's not
improve either.
I think the only person that can improve is Dome Thunder. But he's under pressure with Hotwire and traffic. Hotwire's gone wide again. So he's probably going to retire, I think, at the moment. And his yellow flag is set to free. That's probably going to not help Dome Thunder on a charge for pole. But where is he going to go? If he wants to get P5, he's got to improve by like 1/10. Can he get more? No.
He backs off.
No, I think. And Hotwire is disqualified from the qualifying, so he'll be starting at the back of the grid. So not the best.
Not too sure what that was for.
No, I think I was going the wrong way when he was spinning or something like that. But this guy, APS Hamilton, is your pole man in France. Pinching it at the last minute from Zillion, but I definitely think we can see these two fighting for the race win today. So well done to the both of them for fighting to the finish there. And I think a true competitiveness was shown through there as well. So a big well done to them. And I'm excited to see who's going to win out of these two. But can Aiden get a win? And now could Cal as well. Maybe his race pace could be good. All of them potentially could get a huge race pace. Obviously, we haven't seen them in France before, so we don't know what their comparative race pace is like normally. So we'll just have to find out on that one. But again, well done to our pole sitter APS Hamilton for a 130 flat there. That was a good time for the Xbox console. I've never seen anything higher than that, so he's fast. Well done to him.
I mean, the start is going to be interesting because Sector 1's designed so it's got the corners slowly get slower and slower and slower as the sector goes on, and by the time you get to the last corner in Sector 1, you're down to about second gear, so the track is just going to get shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. So you could see quite a few front wings lost at the start.
Yes, I'm a bit worried about that. We could see a lot of penalties already coming up, and I think Hamilton got pole by 1/10, and then the rest of the field separated by 6/10. So the top two definitely on a class of their own today compared to the rest of the field. But we are just waiting for these guys to get ready for their setup, as we've got the crowd raring to go on. And luckily it's not raining, which is, I think, the drivers must be relieved about, because it's a new track they got to get used to, and if the weather did change a little bit, then it would definitely go out a huge spanner in the works, as I think a few people are having trouble with their wheels, so we have to wait for a little bit until they're doing it at the moment. But it gives more people a chance to do their fuel strategy, which is quite nice, and I think we could see a few people overdoing it with fuel, whereas a few people might be under fueling to get more pace. But I will be interested to see what the bottom lot will be doing on terms of tyre wear. But anyway, as they are going for the formation lap, let me just see what tyres people are on for. Yeah, everybody, I think everybody in the bottom except for Zanardi has gone for softs. So Zanardi definitely realised that the softs was not the best tyre to go, and he decided to go on a super. So he must have been watching the stream, Jack. He must be reading, or he must be reading our minds, I've got to say. But like we said, I think pretty much from 5th to 11th on the Sev Supers, Aiden on the Sev Supers as well, Cal on the Sev Ultras, as well as Lillian and APS Hamilton as well. So all three tyres used in for this race, but they got to be careful not to bottle into turn 1. They don't want to bottle like a Bottas and Vettel did in real life French Grand Prix. We don't want that to happen, as we already got a disqualification from the formation lap of Cal. Not the best start from him.
Yeah, I will say though, Cal did get quite a decent qualifying. I think that's the first time in a while we've seen him that far up. So that is going to be, hopefully he might be able to get a podium from that pace we saw him having qualifying.
Yes.
Going down the field, there's 2 people that decided to start on soft. I think that's just more of an experiment than anything, because I think the pace that stuff showed in quali is that they're not good quality tyres, but they might be all right race tyres.
Yes. It could have the potential to work, because I only did see a few people work the soft to super soft strategy very well. Maybe they might want to do softs to ultras to supers, but it's a gamble if they do that. But if they're further down the field and if they're not going to challenge for points as much, they may want to do that. But it's great that the top 10 are not going for that gamble. They want to either do a 2-stop or 1-stop. That means the leaders will be pitting earlier than everyone else, as Zillian's been disqualified. Oh, literally nearly everyone's been disqualified from the formation lap. I did say...
We've got more people disqualified than still running. That's not a good sign.
I did say I hope they didn't get any penalties in the race. This is not looking good in terms of penalties. We've got 5 people making their way to the grid, and everyone else is just there. So Hamilton's definitely going to get the advantage over Zillian on the start-finish straight. Well, the start going into that. Oh, that was quick. As we're about to get underway for ILR3 on Xbox tier on the French Grand Prix in Poorer cars, and we are underway as Hamilton already started to pull away from the rest of the field. But we got Cal having a good start in P3 at the moment. Also Fusion not too bad, is gaining a few positions as well. Are they making it clearly to turn 1? Yes, they are at the moment. A few people going a bit wide, but Hamilton's already pulling away from Zillian by 1 second. Aiden gained a position as well, and Cal's trying to go move out the outside, but he just didn't quite make it. He had a position, but he just had to let him by at the moment. They're 2 side by side at this stage, but looking good so far in terms of how these drivers are going. Not much collisions at the moment, but I don't want to jinx it. But I think Zanardi in P13 is slowing down a little bit, so not the best start from him. But We're seeing battles all over the place. Aiden's going to try and catch up to Zillion now. He's gained a position from Cal again. They're definitely swapping positions already throughout this race. How's Fusion doing? Fusion not that farther behind from Cal, but is Cal going to make another position? Who has the puncher?
Zanardi has a puncture. I think he might have got that a bit of contact in the first lap.
Yeah, I did see he was slowing down a little bit there going into this. But Cal, I think, has lost position. He's going to try and see if he can make a move on Aiden. A bit of lock-up from Aiden there. Oh, there was a bit of a twitch from Cal there. Maybe a bit of lag coming from him or a glitch or something like that. No, he is lagging a little bit, or it might be just a glitch our end. But oh, we do have a yellow flag is set to free. No, that's Zanardi slowing down. But yeah, Hamilton already pulling away from Zillion. He's definitely using his tyres to the maximum. He's doing fantastic. But as going through to lap 2, apart from Zanardi, everyone else making it very cleanly going into the first few laps. We've never seen that in ILR3 in ages, so they must be very careful due to the fact it's a new track.
Yeah, I was actually going back to that start and looking at it. I'm not sure if APS Hamilton could have got a better start off the line. I mean, he reacted almost instantly to the lights, didn't get nearly any wheel spin. It was like he had launch control on that Force India. But he just got away so quickly from Zillion Average, who in comparison, just that Mercedes just didn't get off the line at all. And by the time they got to turn 1, they were about 4 wide. Surprised none of the front wings or even wheels were lost in that quite big melee, I have to say, because I think the biggest casualty is obviously F1 Zanardi, who's got a puncture and he had to do pretty much a whole lap. Fernando Alonso style from Baku, but
yeah, I feel sorry
quite an eventful first lap, even though it wasn't very chaotic.
Yeah, even though there was not much happening, Zanardi is having trouble. It was all easy. Fusion was trying to make a move around the outside of Dome Thunder, and he's done it. But Dome Thunder and AGH are also joining in the party as well. AGH has lost a bit of time going into last couple of corners of set to 3. But Dome Thunder's going to see if he can try and gain a move there. Hamilton's already pulling fastest lap after fastest lap. He is flying. But let's not concentrate on him right now. He's already been dominating. Let's concentrate on what's going on midway through the field, as Cal is now 4 tenths behind Aiden. He's going to see if he can try and catch up to him. And also Dark Phoenix in 9th place. He's not that far behind Adel's Gamer. So already the top 12 already close to each other already. And that is really good signs, as Atlantis, I think, was trying to make his way past Leaper, and he's done that very nicely indeed. But we've got Dark Phoenix is now catching in the Ferrari. He's doing very well in the Ferrari this weekend to try and gain some points. I don't know where he started in the qualifying. Oh, he started in 10th, so he's already gained 1 position. Is he going to gain another one? Going through a really tough corner to overtake. Oh, a little bit of banging wheels from the pair of them, from ADOS and Dark Phoenix. I think Dark Phoenix had to let ADOS through a little bit, so a bit unfortunate there. But the Dome Thunder's also gained a position. Easy Fusion's get lost a position, but I think Dark Phoenix is going to see if he can try and make a move again. Oh, he's been either been forced wide or he went a little bit wide trying to make that maneuver. Is he going to be forced to get the position back to ADOS? I think he is. Or slight bit of contact from both of them, but luckily no damage done. But that allows his teammate Atlantis to close in on the pair of them. Will Atlantis be helping them? I don't know, but we shall see on that one. But also Cal's closing up onto Aiden in 4th place. Let's see how they'll start finish straight. But DRS is now enabled now this lap, so we shall see what happens here. As no, I don't want the lap data for this lap, but he's got low ERS. He's managing the ERS fine. Both of them taking similar lines. They did go a bit wide there. AJH having another time penalty. He's not having a good race. Leaper having another time penalty. But I think everyone else keeping it clean, making sure they stay on the track. A few people have been getting warnings though, so they've got to be careful. If they get warnings, that will turn into a penalty anytime soon. But Cal doing very well to try and see if he can hold on to his position and try and gain a position of Aiden. But I think he's already further back to make the manoeuvre. But we do see Easy Fusion and Dome Thunder trying to make a move, as well as AGH joining in the party as well. So already those 3 fighting for points for 5th place. Easy Fusion trying to hold on. Dome Thunder's trying to defend off AJH, so he's on a attacking and defending move at the moment, and he's flying at the moment. But oh, AJH just got the move. Oh, did he get the move done? No, he's not. He went a bit wide there, but so slightly there, and so has the Renault of Dome Thunder. So he did lose a little bit there. Yellow flag in set to 3. Who's going slowly? Oh, it's Zanardi again. He's losing loads of time already, but Dome Thunder, I think, has kept the position on AJH, and it's up into 6th place. So very good race so far from Dome Thunder. Oh, AJH going to try and make another move.
Zillion in the pits already.
Who's in the pits? Zillion. He's probably
Zillion in the pits.
Oh, he's a bit of a lock up in the pits. He is on a set of supers at the moment. So I'm a bit worried. That's way too early to go on a set of supers at the moment. So you'll probably have to pit again. Or is that his strategy going along? But I have seen the supers go on for quite a long time.
This is round.
Oh, Eidos is not that far behind. He's going to try and catch up now between Hotwire as well. And I think we've got... oh, he did say go wide. No, that was Leaper, I think. It went a bit wide there, but they're trying to close up ever so slightly. Oh, we've seen battle after battle here in ILR3. We've never seen that happen, but oh, Hotwire just smashes their way past Adel's Gate now. Adel's Gate losing a little bit of time there. Don't know what happened there, but the trickiest corner to overtake, and Hotwire's up into P7, so that is good for him. Dome Thunder doing all he can to try and make sure he can make his way past AJH, which is now up into 5th place. Now he must have made his way past whilst we were watching the other battles, but oh, Eidos. Oh no, he's got another 3-second time penalty. Maybe he has to let Leaper through, I'm not entirely sure. But Leaper now is all over the back of Eidos game and trying to squeeze his way past.
Yeah, I'm actually looking right now. We're actually seeing a battle for P3 at the moment. Easy Fusion sends one down the inside, right at the last corner. He gets himself past. As Cal says, I've had enough of that, I'm going into the pits.
Yeah, Cal is had enough of those set of ultras. Very interesting, lap 5 and lap 6. We can't really see the pit window really like we did in the last game, which is a bit unfortunate. So we can't really tell you, oh, when's the best time to go on a set of supers or a set of softs. But it depends on what tyre they're on. Let me just get the tyre fitted again. So Zillion has gone on a set of supers, like we said, and Cal has gone on a set of supers as well, I believe. So getting to the end of the race for them is going to be a bit of a gamble. But we still have a battle.
Yeah, when you think about it, though.
Yeah, carry on.
All the ultra soft. All the ultra soft runners at the start would be doing 2 stops, so they'll be running them for about 7 laps, and then the super softs that last a little bit longer anyway, they'll probably be doing about 10 laps each. So quite a basic strategy from a lot of these guys, but a lot of people that started on supers probably pit around lap 12, I want to say.
Yeah, I would say about maybe lap 15. Maybe lap 15, maybe. But I just found out why Zanardi was struggling on those set of tyres. We had our first glitch. It was the tyre compound glitch. He started the warm-up lap with tyre wear of 90%. So we have seen...
How does that even happen?
I don't know. I really don't know. This is something that is got to be fixed, because I've never seen a race where we had a glitch. Obviously we didn't see it at our end, but the drivers have experienced it. Hopefully it does get fixed at some point, because it is a bit worrying. He's losing a bit of time still on the set of softs. But Zillion is already trying to make his way through the rest of the field. Maybe pitting when he did, maybe it's a bit of a strategic move, but we shall see. But he was on a fresh set of tyres than everyone else, so he was able to make his way past Dark Phoenix easily and try and gain some pace, possibly on Eidos game, and maybe because he'll have to pit a bit later on a set of supers, and he's going to probably go on a set of softs, I think, and Zillion will have to pit one more. Cal's got another penalty. Easy Fusion doing well to try and manage his tyres at the moment, but he's still a bit further back from Hamilton, so Hamilton's going to get a good run, a good pit stop going in the next couple of laps or so, probably in about lap 8 or lap 9. He's doing very well to manage his tyres like he is at the moment. He is flying still on a set of ultras to go on a set of pace that he's doing. He's flying at the moment. And Aiden's doing well in P3 on the set of supers. So, yeah, top 5 doing ever so well. The one that's gained the most is Hotwire. I think he started in 13th. Well, he started in last. He started in last, and he's in 6th at the moment. So far, the biggest gainer is Hotwire. He's doing ever so well. But we've got a battle looming. HH, oh, Dome Thunder did struggle. Now he's going to have a battle for Hotwire. Hotwire could have another position gain there. Very tightly around the last corner. Oh, not the last. Yeah, the last corner is quite hard to see. So, oh! Contact! Oh, my word.
That was desync. I saw that. That was desync. That was neither of their faults.
Neither of their faults, unfortunately. And I think I jinxed Hotwire. Unfortunately, he was the biggest gainer, but now the biggest loser as he's retired. Oh, my word. Hotwire, if you're watching this back, I am so sorry. Probably our first commentator's curse, but has the other...
Atlantis round again.
Atlantis. Oh. Yeah, Dome Thunder. Has he got a bit of damage, though? Doesn't look like it. Or is it? No, he's gone away unscathed. Don't know how he's gone away unscathed.
No, he's got a bit of right wing end plate damage.
Oh yeah, I do see. So you're probably. I think he could go. I think he could go on for a few more laps. I think he can manage, but you'll probably have to pit a few laps earlier than is normal because he did start on a set of supers, I believe. So you will probably have to pit a few laps earlier than the other set of super soft runners. So. Yeah, that definitely did not look like an intentional incident or incident on accident. It definitely looked like a desync. I don't think it was any of their fault, like we said. And yeah, it definitely looked like a racing incident. It was just a horrible desync. I thought. Yeah, I do see the end plate off Dome Thunder. That looks quite bad, and I thought actually you'll definitely need to pit zone.
I'd say that's around orange, bright orange front wing.
Yeah, I would say that as well, I think.
So that's going to be affecting that Renault a lot.
Is he going to pit?
To be honest...
he's slowing down. Yep, he's pitting.
If he's very careful with this set of softs he's about to put on, he can definitely make them last. Because he is only 3 laps before what I think would have been his pit window. And he's putting on a set of super, so he is going to have to pit again. He's going on to the 3-stop. 2-stop, sorry, not 3-stop.
3-stop. Imagine if someone goes on a set of 3-stop, but yes, but I think due to the damage that he has had, he knows, right, I'm not going to gain good points, but I want to gain as much pace. He'll probably might go on another set of ultras maybe towards the end. I reckon might do a super ultra stint, because otherwise it will be hard.
Yeah, can I just say, also, how far Zillion Average actually jumped APS Hamilton in that set of pit stops.
Wow. Zillion.
He jumped it by 4 seconds.
I was a bit worried about Zillion to begin with, about whether he was going to do it, but he has. But I do believe Zillion will have to. I'm a bit worried about if he's going to manage his tyres, but seeing what other super soft runners have done in some other league races I commentated around France, I think he could do it. He could possibly do it, but I think he's going to be in a lot of pressure coming towards the last few laps to see if he can fend off APS Hamilton, because Zillion will have to pit again. APS Hamilton, I don't think he has to pit again, doesn't he? I think you'll...
Hamilton doesn't. I don't think, with soft tyres on, but I'm pretty sure Zillion might do. And APS Hamilton's actually gaining quite substantially on Zillion. He gained about a second in that 1 lap.
So I've never seen someone doing ultras to soft and making it work. This could be history in the making where someone could do an ultra to soft strategy. But he's a guy that's good on his tyres.
When I was commentating with Will in Spain, I think it might have, I'm not sure, but I remember somebody did go from the softest compound to the hardest compound, and they managed to get to the end, and I think they still got a podium. So if you're good with the tyres, you can definitely make it work, but it is very hard.
It is difficult. But Hamilton did pit roughly around about the same time as some of the super soft runners, and they're on a set of softs as well. So I know him. He's going to make it work. Dark Phoenix has just pitted onto a set of supers. Atlantis is just pitted earlier on. But we still got Easy Fusion and AGH still to pit. Leaper still to pit. And I think Ados still to pit as well. Maybe Zanardi will have to pit for another set of, probably a set of ultras maybe. But this is definitely proving to a risky strategy for them. But I'm not going to say much about penalties because I don't want to jinx. Oh!
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 AJH's round.
That was AJH, lost it a little bit. That's Hamilton! That's APS Hamilton having a caught up in AJH's issues, but I think he's I'm
not sure if APS has damage or not. I don't think he does. I think he's good.
No,
but he has
I didn't see any contact. He just I think it was mainly he just caught up in the spin. He was trying to avoid it, but that was close from APS Hamilton. That might have not done his tyres a little bit of good, but I think he's going to try his best to try and cool down a little bit. I do see a bit of red in the mechanical bit though. It might be just me. Might have got a bit of damage. I think the red means he's got a bit of damage. I'm not entirely. No.
Yeah, I think if it is a bit of damage, it'll be very minor damage. But
I think it looks minor.
As long as it's not.
It does look minor.
Yeah, I can't see anything personally. I don't know if it's just the angle I'm looking at it, or if it's the quite fluorescent wing not being able to make any like sort of aerodynamic little, I don't know what you call them. But I can't see anything on there, so I don't know what that spanner's for.
No, I don't know.
It's gone now on my screen anyway.
Yeah, it's gone now on my screen too. I don't know what that spanner is. If someone could tell me what that spanner is, can you let me know, please? It might be.
I think it was something to do with the pit strategies.
Oh, pit.
I don't think it's to do with the.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So like, it flashes when they're about to pit. I get you. My bad. I thought it was just like they have damage or something. Yeah, thank you for clearing that up. As Easy Fusion's going on to the pits.
Green. I think spanner's green when you get called in, and it's red when you're still in your pit window.
Oh, right, okay. It's Aiden's in his pit.
And then it's off when either.
Oh, that'll be nice. Now I can see when the pit window is. As Aiden still yet to... oh, he was still on his pit window, and it was green. Oh, he just come out of the pits. That's probably why. That's what probably confused me. Easy Fusion has just come out. Very good position, Easy Fusion. In P6. Not bad. So, at the moment, as far as I'm aware, let me just look at how many stops he's made. The only person left to stop is Leaper. So he could possibly gain fifth place at this moment in time compared to the rest. But so far, everyone else has pitted. We still have a few people still to, we're going to probably still see Zillion and Dome Thunder and Cal still to make another stop. And Zanardi to make another stop as well. So we still got 4 people to make another stop. Everybody else is doesn't have to pit again unless something dangerous or catastrophic happens, which we haven't seen much of this race actually. Touch wood. Apart from the incident, the desync incident, which was a bit unfortunate. As Ados, I think, made the move done on AGH in the Sauber, and he's up into P9. So he's possibly going to try and gain some points in the Force India. He's doing ever so well.
Atlantis.
Oh, Atlantis has lost a bit of time, hasn't he? In P12.
Yeah. Third spin of the race is something quite obviously up with that car. 3 spins in a race, there's got to be a reason behind it. Especially for Atlantis, he's normally right up there. So I'm not sure if he's just got a really bad setup or he's just not feeling that car at the moment.
It might be another tyre glitch. Tyre compound glitch. I don't know.
Hopefully not.
He did pass his pit window and he did pit. So, and he's on good strategy at the moment, so he will have time to do it. But Zillion's already flying, but we have Leaper already catching up. But Leaper still has yet to make a stop. But he's doing very well to make this soft last. He's doing ever so well, and the gap between him and 4th is about 10 seconds. I think the most he could gain is he'd probably be about P6 or P7, which will be good. He'll gain a lot of position, so he would have jumped a few people in the pits already if he pits when he does. And he'll probably jump more positions because Cal has gained another 3-second time penalty. I've lost count how many penalties Cal has gained, but this is definitely not the first penalty he's gained throughout this race. He's probably gained a little bit more towards this, so he's got to be a bit more careful he doesn't exceed track limits, because he does go a bit wide on a few occasions. But Hamilton is on a charge. He's already gained a bit of time already. He was 3 seconds a minute ago. Now he's dropped down to 2. He is a man on a mission to try and see if he can close up to the Lillian average, because that is his next target. He knows Leaper still has to pit, or does he? Does he know? Or because he knows Zillion is pitted, but Zillion's on a softer pair of tyres. The Easy Fusion has made the soft tyre work and has set the fast lap of the race. So yeah, that pit stop strategy definitely working for him. And how much time has he gained? He's gained a little bit of time, which is good for him. Aiden's gained a bit of time as well on the Toro Rosso, but he's locked up a little bit there on a few corners. Don't find the getting his time penalty there as well. But we'll see. Nope, APS Hamilton's the gap dropped to 1 second. Wow, he's flying. He's definitely having a good race so far. He's letting the incident that he had behind him. He's having a positive mindset, which is very important.
I mean, he's already sorted that gap back down to what it was before he had that incident. I'm not even sure it was an incident. I think he might have just had to brake really hard to avoid somebody that was across the track. There's a yellow in sector 3. That's not for any of the leaders. I'm not actually too sure what that was for.
I didn't see a yellow flag. Oh, Lance has just gone into the pits. That might be it. Oh,
he's retired. He's not.
That's weird. That was another glitch I've seen where they go into the pits. I didn't see them bin it and they just retire. That is odd.
Yeah, some people do that. It's so they don't cause any yellows on tracks. If somebody just has enough, they'll go into the pits and then just click retire in the pause menu.
Like if
so they don't cause any.
Like they go to the pits and they know they're gonna possibly bin it, then yeah, that might be the case. But unfortunately, that Atlantis day done not good for one half of the Ferrari garage, but looking good for the other half as Dark Phoenix is up into 8th and he's right behind. What's Atlantis is just oh, safety car. We do have a safety car and I can't see any flags. I can't see any flags at all.
I'm not
This is odd.
too sure why there's a safety car.
No, that was because Atlantis.
I mean, Atlantis retired in the pits.
No, on my screen, it was a glitch. Atlantis stopped at the end of the pit exit. That's what happened on my screen.
Weird. So its AI has just come back out of the pits, which it shouldn't have done, and then just parked itself out in the pit lane.
No,
That's odd.
It's not a safety car. Wait a minute. I'm not entirely sure. But Zillion is slowing down.
Is it a virtual safety car?
I can't see any flags. So if there's any flags, just let me know, because you are pointing it out. I'm like, what flags? So it might be just a glitch on my end. I can't see if there's a yellow flag. But luckily,
there's definitely a yellow flag at the moment. It's just a question of will the safety car catch Zillion in a minute? Zillion actually dives into pits, making most of it. Hamilton actually dives into the pits as well. I think they're both going to put a set of supers on at this point. So unfortunately, that bid for softs that Hamilton did has come to nothing, because everyone's coming in to put in supers on anyway.
Yes, they are. But luckily that was an AI.
Hamilton jumped Zillion.
That's brilliant. That is absolutely fantastic. There's going to be a battle towards the finish, and we've got the Haas. Fusion deciding to stay out. That's interesting. Leaper. I think another person that's benefited from that incident is Leaper, because he decided, right, I'm going to gain the most out of this. He will pit in the safety car, and he's only lost a few positions. He only lost 2 positions there, and he's up into P4. So that another gainer from him. I think he saw what Hamilton and Zillion were doing. I'm like, right, I'm doing that too, and that's helped him. And we could see a freeway battle for the net lead, or maybe Fusion could stay. He could technically stay out because he's on a set of softs. So if Fusion can stay out and possibly gain the win of this race, but we still got Hamilton, Zillion, and Leaper nipping at their heels right now.
Yeah, I think the life for these super softs on a maximum, so like puncture territory, if we get to that sort of area, is probably around 15, 16 laps if you really, really push them. And being behind the safety car, you're not pushing them at all, so we've got plenty of life left in these super softs. I think they're fresh as well.
Yeah.
So these are easily going to last to the end, because we're going to probably have another couple of laps behind the safety car before we get going again.
Yes, you'll have to tell me when the safety car is in, because I don't think it won't pop up on my screen, unfortunately. Don't know what's happened there. Apologies. But anyway, not much happening on the screen at the moment. There's a few people around the back of the field trying to catch up to the safety car. But if you're at the back, you are allowed to go at a usual speed until you get close to the leading bunch, and then that's when you slow down again. That's what I noticed when I was in a league race in Australia. There was a safety car, and I was right at the back of the field, and there was a safety car going on. And no, it wasn't a league race. It was a career mode that happened in Australia, and I had to do that. So yeah, but I do believe the safety car is going to be out for a couple of laps, like I said. But because now the field is sort of bunched together. Oh, what happened there? Leaper has had a collision with Aiden. Aiden's had a collision with Leaper. Might be another desync.
Aiden just went straight into the back of Leaper, going into the hairpin, following him way too close.
I didn't see what happened there, but that's definitely not helped Aiden's case at the moment. I do think that a safety car could be on for an extra lap, I think. Due to that incident.
Definitely.
AJ's in the pits as well. And the rest of the field are starting to bunch up, which is a good thing. But as I was saying, that's allowing Zanardi to unlap himself from the rest of the field due to that safety car. And he's going to try and catch up. And we could see an 8-way battle approaching for the lead. Definitely a 4-way battle, I can see, as Fusion has gained the most, as well as Hamilton and Zillion. But Hamilton and Zillion on a fresher set of tyres and a softer set of tyres is probably going to gain the most and try to get that undercut on Fusion in the last couple of laps coming up soon. But they're starting to, the advantage of being on the safety car, they can make their supers last a bit longer than the usual expected tyre life. So they're probably wanting the safety car to last for a bit longer than they usually do. But most ILR races I've commentated on recently, it's been a safety car, so it might have just been me in the commentary box that's probably done it. I don't know. But safety car in his lap. At least I'm still getting the race.
So we're going to get 10 laps of racing.
Oh, this is going to be intense. Who do you think is going to get the better start on the restart? Let us know in the chat. Massive shout out to 7 of you that are watching the stream right now. You've joined us at a good time, to be honest. It'll be up to Fusion to floor it after the safety car, when the safety car comes in. Because they've got a few more corners to go, and it'll be up to Fusion to get... He's already bunching the field already for the rest of the field.
I mean,
so
it's going to be a question of how quickly Hamilton can get past that Williams, because that Williams is going to be a lot slower. It's on slightly worn softs against completely fresh super softs. So if he manages to back Hamilton up, he will probably put him back into Zillion average, and maybe even Leper Affinity as well, depending on how quick he goes. And there he goes.
DOS enabled, that's interestingly. But is Hamilton...
DOS disable on my screen. Hamilton goes for it on the outside. He's going to try and go quite an ambitious move, but he can with the fresher tyres, and he makes no drama about that. Goes right round the outside of turn 1.
Don't find a getting a penalty.
Quickly, and he did that.
But he's got, I think Don't Run made the move.
Average going down the inside as well.
Zillion's up to P2.
Fusion doing nothing but falling backwards.
I wonder, did Fusion make the mistake of
this
not...
This battle is going to be insane to the end.
I'm wondering, did Fusion make that mistake for not pitting with Zillion and APS Hamilton? But he was only on a set of softs.
Affinity is going to be looking at Fusion as well, but up for more important things. P1 and P2 are currently going for it. They're about 2/10 apart at the moment.
Oh, Zillion! Oh, that didn't help Zillion in the slightest. I didn't see
Hamilton
what happened
might have a penalty as well.
Well,
Not too sure.
he hasn't got
Whoa.
Aiden's out. I didn't see what happened.
I didn't, but what I did see was a massive lag spike, so that might have had something to do with it.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened. Unfortunately, I can't see the flag. So, but yeah, that probably hasn't helped Zillion in the quest for a win because APS Hamilton hasn't got any penalties at all. But I'm not going to jinx anything, so I'm going to touch the wood and hopefully that he doesn't get any penalties at all. But anyway, Hamilton definitely an advantage at the moment due to the 3-second time penalty that Zillion has got. Maybe that allows the Eevee Fusion to be under less pressure and possibly gain P2. Dome Thunder, I think, made his way past Leaper, but Leaper's around the inside of Dome Thunder. Is he going to try and get it done? No, he doesn't. He thinks better of it, but he's not giving up right now. We've got the Force Idiot of Eidos Gamer, but Leaper is making it. Oh! That was a bit of a clumsy move, I got to say, from Leaper there. But
I'm not sure if that was Leaper being clumsy. I think Dun Thunder didn't see him, left him no room on the curb at all.
I'm not.
I can't really clean into the side of him, and that was just sort of a domino effect for Eidos Gamer, Leper Affinity, and WR all ended up hitting each other because obviously I think it was Leper Affinity had to back out of it so hard in the end.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate from them two. That has dropped Leaper down into 7th right now as everybody else is pulling away. Oh my god, the Haas driver almost touched the other Haas driver. That was crazy. But that was Eidos Gamer actually. No, Eidos is in the Force India. It was Zanardi. Yeah, Zanardi. But Zanardi has gained a position of Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix has dropped a position. Cal's all the way in last place at the moment. Well, last of the finishes anyway. So, yeah, Hamilton, wow. It was the last lap I've seen. The fastest lap was a 1:34. So, he's being the fastest lap so far by like 10 seconds. That is insane right now. Absolutely incredible work from the Force India driver. I'm just loving his strategy. I was a bit worried throughout the race. Or is Zillion gonna jump him, or is Zillion gonna have a better tyre strategy? But actually, probably the safety car has helped Hamilton do much better in this race. I think maybe that's probably gained the most advantage at the moment. But we've got Dark Phoenix in the pits. He's back in last at the moment. But the battle for the lead is still not over yet. But we've got a battle for 4th. As I think Eidos has got the move done on Dome Thunder. Yes, he does. He's now up into 4th. He's going to try and close in onto Easy Fusion in 3rd at the moment. But Cal's starting to creep his way back out of the field in P8. He's doing very well on the South Supers at the moment. Going to try and catch up to AJH in... I keep saying AGH for a moment there. I'm really sorry. But... vowels, no, not vowels, consonants. Oh my word, I'm not getting my words out today. But yes, I can see Zillion and APS Hamilton definitely fighting towards the end. It's not over yet. Dome Thunder is going to try and see if he can make another move past Eidos. I won't be surprised if he tries to challenge the move. Is he going to get DRS enabled? Yes, he does. He wasn't that. He was quick to enable that, so that was good for him. He's going to try and get the inside line. No, he doesn't get the inside line. He tries to stay in the same line as Eidos. So he didn't see the space, so he decided not to make the move, which was very cautious of him because he doesn't want to gain any more penalties. So good judgment call for him, but he's still not that far behind. But he's got to worry about Leaper in 6th as well because we don't want any more collisions from them either.
I think Leaper's actually finally started to want those sides because as I saw behind the safety car, he wasn't actually weaving all that much. I think he sort of had that backfire on him by falling down from P3 down to about P7. Dun Thunder goes for massive look. There's a bit of a tank stuff, manages to save it. There's a yellow in sector 2, and that's Zanardi around.
Oh,
and he's stuck in sector. He doesn't want any of that. He doesn't want any more of that. And he's hit the DNF button. But anyway,
yeah,
going back to
where was he again? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
He was just before he hit the DRS on the back straight.
Yeah, unfortunately that car ghosted, so I couldn't see it, unfortunately. So that's an unfortunate retirement from Zanardi. That means if these guys finish right now as they are, they'll get points, which will be good because some people haven't got many points in the season so far. So that'll be a good finish for these guys. But people not getting points tonight: Hot Wire, Atlantis, Aiden, and Zanardi. But Dome Finder's going to try and have another look on the inside of Ados Gamer, but he decides not to make the move. Dome Finder want to run a little bit wide. He's got another 3-second time penalty. He's got to be careful not to become disqualified because he's got too many penalties right now. And Leaper could gain better of him. I'm on the back of Leaper at the moment, following him. Oh, this is going to be a close battle, I can tell you that. Dark Phoenix sent the fastest lap on Seb Ultras.
What Leper is trying to do at the moment is he's trying to let Dun Thunder and Ados game battle. Let's go 3 wide, both round either side of Ados Gamer. Ados is not going to like that at all. Ados fights it back on the inside and they hit wheels,
contact!
And Ados goes into a spin. They both go into a spin, do they? Affinity got away with it.
Ados has lost it.
Position back to Leper.
I think he realised he made a mistake and he had to give it back. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he might have been ordered to give that back by the game. If I put that incident down to someone, I'd probably put it down more to Ados than Leper. He just gave him no curb on the inside, even though he was still there, and they just hit tyres. Lucky it was tyres and not wings. They hit tyres and Ados span round. So Ados unfortunately hasn't really got anyone else to blame there.
No, AJH was loading up on a bit of ERS there, so he was struggling for ERS, but I am noticing Easy Fusion dropping down on pace on the rest of the guys, so it's definitely a two-way fight for the win. Who's going to do it? Is it Hamilton or Zillian? But right now, it's looking at Hamilton's favour. It's a 2.1 second gap between him and Zillian right now. So well done to him. Cal getting another penalty at the moment. They are wrapping it up on penalties at the moment. Not the best, I got to say, but it is quite hard sometimes to stay in the track, so I do understand. The only person I want to say about Ultras is Dark Phoenix, but he did set the fastest lap, so if he does get that glory in the race, that'll be good, remarkable stuff for him as well. I've already got some contenders for Driver of the Day already, because there are some very remarkable stuff from these guys that they are trying. Hamilton so far, I think, will be my Driver of the Day so far. But Easy Fusion is doing well, and Zillion as well. Top 3 are definitely in the top contenders. But not much battles happening at the moment. But I can see Leaper trying to close up to Dome Thunder again. But again, he's got to be careful that he doesn't get involved in more battles that involve collisions, I've got to say.
Yeah, I think my Driver of the Day would probably be APS Hamilton so far. I would have given it to Leper if he hadn't, but he felt quite far behind at the safety car restart. I think if he manages to re-overtake Dun Thunder, I think he probably could be back up there again.
Yeah.
But APS Hamilton, on the restart, he was just not messing about. Zillion average now gets a 3-second time penalty. That's not going to help his case at all with trying to get that win. And Hamilton on the restart, he just no nonsense whatsoever, just right around the outside of turn 1, not giving Zillion a single chance to overtake him. Had a bit of pressure going on the second half of that lap, but other than that, he's just been ultra, and now he's 2.5 seconds down the road. I don't think Zillion's going to have much chance of catching him at that point, even with that 3-second time penalty he's just given himself.
No, he's not going to have much time at all. Probably Fusion's probably going to gain a position, maybe Dome Thunder, I'm not entirely sure. So maybe Zillion will lose out 2 or if not 3 positions. So I think what Hamilton could do now is take it easy, but not too much. But he can conserve on his fuel and tyres a little bit more. He's already on a low ERS mode than the rest of them. He's on ERS Road 1 at the moment, so he is definitely trying to conserve at the moment, which is a good thing to do, as he knows. I think he knows that Zillion's got a penalty. I think Jeff has told him that his nearest rival's got time penalties. I think that's why he is trying to conserve a lot more than what he's used to. But He's still quite further ahead than Zillian, so I think if he keeps the pace he is now, we just need to worry about him at this stage. But I am a bit worried about Zillian, about if he gets more penalties. Hopefully he doesn't get more penalties, because otherwise he's going to be way down the order than the rest of the field.
I was actually, when I was at the eSports last weekend, I actually saw, with ERS management, more extreme styles of management can actually make you quicker. Because all I saw in their management was they were either in 5-4 or nothing at all. You pretty much never saw them in 1, 2 or 3, and that's just because in the corners, where they're not using the engine as much, they wax it right down to 0 to save as much as possible, and then on the straights it would either be as 4 or 5. 5 is most powerful up to about gear 6 because it's hot lap, and then overtake is more powerful around gear 7 to 8. It saves not very much, not as powerful, but it saves around a tenth on a long straight.
Yeah, to
so
be
it's
honest,
still definitely worth using it.
To be honest, F1 eSports was a cracker the last event. Luckily you were able to attend that. Was it a good experience, do you think, for you? Because you were able to meet Martin Stefanko, weren't you, as well?
Yeah, he was the guy that invited us. Yeah, me and Shay or Shamil Heskey.
Yeah, you must have had a good
time. Yeah,
so.
it was quite a and we met Sean Bratches as well. That was the highlight of the whole night.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time, because I helped out on the first eSports event and I watched the second one, and it was a huge step up. But anyway, enough about that. Let's concentrate on the battles ahead. So I think Leaper is now starting. Oh, Fusion's got a 3-second time penalty. Oh, and we've got Leaper's gone a bit wide again. That might be another penalty for him. But don't find is already starting to pull away from Leaper. He's lost a bit of time. A bit of lock-ups there. 2 more laps to go now. And I think, apart from Hamilton, the race pretty much from second downwards is going to be decided on penalties. I think Hamilton's the only person not to gain a penalty out of the finishers.
I'm going to check the penalties real quick.
Oh god, it's going to be a long list, everybody. Just be prepared. Be prepared.
I'm just saying it's about 10 pages worth.
Yeah. It was quite a lot in PS4 yesterday, to be honest. Quite a lot.
You've got to add up how many
pages. Go on.
P1 and P2.
Oh, Leaper almost made a move on Dave Thunder there, but decided to make it stick at the moment. But so far, I think it's been a pretty good race so far in France. Loads of things happened already so far, and we're not even at the end. It's been probably one of my favourite ILR races so far for the Xbox ILR3 tier. So props to the drivers. We've seen some great races, but then we have seen some people that have been a bit too aggressive at times, and they've got to be a little bit too more careful. But they will probably go to the stewards for that. As we're on the final lap at the moment, I don't think Zillian is going to catch up onto Hamilton. Or
yeah, from what I've just seen, I think Hamilton definitely has this in the bag, because Hamilton only has 2 warnings. Zillian has 2 penalties, so
Zillian,
yeah,
6 seconds altogether then.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 6 seconds difference.
He'll
still finish ahead of Easy Fusion, because I think Easy Fusion had a couple as well.
Oh,
so yeah.
Alright, okay. So they're all even playing field, really, to be honest. But Easy Fusion is nowhere near Zillian, so he is definitely going to stay where he is at the moment. And Hamilton, definitely my driver of the day so far. He made the strategy work. He jumped, well, he almost, because Zillian jumped Hamilton, and then in the safety car, Hamilton jumped Zillian. So they jumped each other, but Hamilton made the safety car strategy work, and his pit crew reacted faster, really, to be honest, and that's what helped him with the win. I think this is not his first win, but this is he's gained his next win in ILR. He's won the French Grand Prix. He is celebrating with a little bit of weaving there. Big well done to him. Zillian comes across the line in second. I think he will stay second. Yes, he does. Fusion in third. Will Fusion hold on to third? Yes. Dome Thunder drops down to 5th. AGH has got a 5-second time penalty for an unserved stop-go. Luckily, they're getting fixed that. Leaper holds on to 4. What a good result for him. He's gained 8 positions there. Brilliant stuff for him. Dark Phoenix has done well. He's gained 2, but Ados has dropped 1. Still be the last of the finishers. But wow, what a race. It's been absolutely fantastic so far. And yeah, fantastic race. But all in all, Hamilton, my driver of the day. And I think your driver of the day too, Jack.
Oh, wait, sorry. I was miles away then. What did you say?
Hamilton, my driver of the day. Your driver of the day too? Is it Hamilton?
Yeah, probably. Just
Yeah.
because of no nonsense driving, sort of.
Yeah, no nonsense.
Try and get this easy win.
Yes, so yeah, I'll have to go and have my dinner in a minute, so we won't have time for interviews, unfortunately. I'm starving as anything.
Yeah, I've got to go in a sec as well.
Yeah, so yeah, so we're all just about to get the standings right now, coming up as soon. But right now we'll get the podium celebrations as we get another Force India win. Look at that, he's very happy. The Force India pit crew are loving it. We haven't seen the actual real life if Stroll is going to Force India, but it's pretty much a given, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is obvious, to be honest. It's not been announced, but it's obvious. But anyway, well done to Force India crew. Well done to APS Hamilton for a fantastic win. I think he's formerly known as Steerage, I believe. So he is on form. He's definitely a championship contender, I've got to say. So here's your standings then. Hamilton taking the win. The only person out of the finishers not to gain a penalty. So well done to him. Clean race from him. Zillion in 2nd. Fusion in 3rd. Leaper in 4th. Dome Thunder in 5th. AGH in 6th. Cow in 7th. Dark Phoenix in 8th. Ados in 9th. And Zanardi, I think, still got the point. Due to the fact I think he completed at least 90% of the race. So he still got that point there. But Aiden in 11th, Alanis in 12th, and Hotwire in 13th. Any last words, Jack, before we head off?
Well, there's not as many penalties, nearly as many penalties as I thought there'd be in the end. People only had around 3 each at maximum. So pretty clean driving from the field today.
And no restarts! Yeah. I'm very proud of that.
That is the first time I don't think we had a restart in Canada either, no. But we weren't here, so I can't confirm that.
No, I will look at the footage actually. I'll still need to get the footage from them.
Yeah, same.
Because I'll need to put it on the ILR channel. So I will have a watch back of that. But anyway, that's it from me and Jack. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a fantastic race so far. If you want to see how ILR 1 and 2 are done for Xbox, make sure you do check those out on Twitch. But if you want to wait till tomorrow till it's out on YouTube, you can do that. But make sure you join this one. I won't be here next week, but make sure you join Jack next week for ILR3 on Xbox. But we've got ILR 1 and ILR 2 for PS4 on Sunday, so make sure you check that out. But until now, we will see you next week in Austria.
Austria.
Yeah. See you next